All right, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, we have 355 cop stories, and on top of that, we have 136 questions and answers. So look them all up. The first one, 355, are fun stuff. You know, tasers through the testicles, and people having sex on the bathroom floor, and women take off their napkins and throwing them on the windows. And I mean, guy like this stuff. There's a lot of gross alerts on there. Some of them you cannot. Some of them I cannot unremember. It's 40 years later. Okay, seriously. I'll watch some kind of TV that's not X-ray. I don't watch X-rated stuff, but like an R-rated where I'll see a scene where they're, you know, somebody's doing something like, not rape or anything. I mean, talking about like having sex or getting ready to do something in the bathroom. I'm going, I'm having flashbacks because it can't get out of here. It's in here and it never go away. Okay, so ask me questions. Send me your questions at rsbcopstories@gmail.com, and I'll answer them to you directly. I've been doing that, and then we're going to make a list, and I will answer them on the tape. Okay, this is an ongoing ongoing explanation of a really bad lieutenant. Okay, worst ever, 35 years, worst ever. Okay, so we're a week or two into this. Okay, he's trying to find out false information. Okay, then we had a meeting. We called for a meeting for the top steps. He's running 3 squads, one other surveillance squad, and then a squad that we call our technical squad. These are the guys that handle all kinds of like radio equipment. They put these tracking devices on cars with court orders. They do a lot of stuff and electronically he's dropping. They have one of the suspects. They put believe it or not, I shouldn't expose this, but it's not a big secret. They put hidden cameras up on telephone poles, down driveways. Okay, with a court order. You got to do everything with a court order. You can't violate anybody's rights. Those are good ones because you'll have those are possible suspects doing something. So you have a nexus where they have probable cause to believe he might be involved in a crime. So they're setting up all this weird stuff. And people, whoa, cameras in it. I mean, everything's legal. We don't sit up there just like any foreign country or socialist country where you just throw it up there. It has to be court order, has to be approved. Because eventually when you go to court, it's going to come out in discovery. You have to explain how you got these photographs, people doing stuff. You have to explain in court. You know, we're not the CIA. You go to court and say, yes, we did this. Here's a court order that we did the polls. I'm going on track here, but this is what they were doing. They're all legit. Even the tracking device on the car was still controversial. They said in public places they can put it on, okay, without a warrant. They have reason to believe something's going on, but on somebody's driveway they can't. And they've been arguing that for years because and when they did it, and getting off sidetrack, when they did it, it was okay if, say, your car's in a driveway and your back of your car is open to the streets. But to put the thing on, they have to step into your property like 2 feet and stick it on. That's what's going back and forth. I think they finally said that we can't do it. Meaning law enforcement. We have to have to actually cross the threshold of private property. We have to have a warrant. That's fine. We're lawmen. We'll do whatever the law dictates. We're not trying to get away with anything because again, when you go to court, this all has to come out. So you've tried to do something funny. You get to court, they're going to blow you out of the water. Defense attorneys, the judges, you're not going to allow it. So you lose your case. So why work a case potentially going to lose it but doing something stupid? Why would you do that? It's a waste of time. Okay, so that's what the other squad did. Okay. And let me get into those guys. I'm going off track here again. I'm so sorry, but so many things here. I came over with the 9/11 exodus or reassignment, okay? My position as top step detective is if I get kicked out of a unit, if I do something bad, not to get disciplined, but if the captain doesn't like me, I'll just go to what I call a table. Now, what a table is working inside for either like an auto investigation table, burglary, assault, robbery. Those are tables. We call them tables. They really are tables, literally. The top step sits at one end, and you have his assistant, and you have 4 or 5 workers for him, and you just sit there and push paper. That's all you do. The top step, that's all you do. That's the worst case for me. Okay, not bad. Considering if you want weekends off, holidays off, beautiful, Okay, but alphas don't want that. I don't want that. But then again, that's the way it goes. Okay, that's the worst thing that can happen. I'm on a side note here. The other 2 squad leaders were sergeants. Okay, now the big difference here is that their position, if they get kicked out of a unit, can go anywhere where a sergeant is, and most of their bad duties would be working as a patrol uniformed sergeant from the midnight to 8 shift. That's the kiss to death, because if you get kicked out of a unit for whatever reason, the captain doesn't like you or doesn't like the way you're doing something, then the word's going to get out that you were kind of like had a cloud over your head, and they're going to put you out and working, watching the ships come in, the tugboats come in at 2 a.m. from the harbor, okay, or out in the valley somewhere watching horses run down. It's just so they had a whole list of bad things that they could happen to them. So they're happy because they were plucked. Had a really good lieutenant when we first started. They were plucked out from him because they were friends. Brought out of these horrible jobs they had. One guy had an inside job. One guy was working like I said, the midnight to 8 shift, brought him out, put him in plain clothes, and put him in charge of squads where we're working. It was great. I mean, good people, good hours. You had to take home car, great job. So they're not going to say anything. They're just going to do their job and just, that's going to come later, I'll tell you. Just do their jobs, kind of like the battered wife. They're slapping a little bit, but they'll just keep quiet. And that's what happened here. I found out these lieutenant was telling them some things and checking on their people, and they just didn't say anything. They just said, okay, fine, whatever. You know, we're clean, which is good. You know, we're nothing to hide, but they're not saying anything. Okay, and I kept wondering, why didn't these guys say anything? Am I the only one who think this is wrong? Apparently I wasn't, because they were just keeping quiet because they're afraid of losing their jobs. Okay, not the police officer job, but their assignments, good assignments. Woo! Can't tell you how good this job is. Oh my gosh, this assignment. I mean, the citizens give us new cars, and I mean, it's just fantastic. Okay, but like all good things could come to an end if you do something stupid. Okay, fine. So now I'm back on track. So we had a meeting, the other two guys and me. We're sitting there. And he's there basically to introduce himself physically, because he'd been talking on the phone and all that stuff. So, what do you guys need? I said, well, I told you earlier. I said, we need cars, we need radios, we need phone. Okay. Oh, okay. So he's writing it down. Turns out I found out he wrote it down, probably threw it in the trash as soon as he got to his office. Because he gave me this standard answer I told you before. Oh, it's duly noted. Oh, yeah, cars. Oh, that's duly noted. I'm going, oh, cool. Maybe you'll do something about it. No, that went nowhere. Okay. Then I said, okay. I brought up, I said, you know, these training hours I told you about earlier. Can we change the training hours? From instead of being there at 8 o'clock in the morning, can we be there at 7? And, you know, oh, I'll look into that. It's gone. Like talking to a senator from California. Okay. And being a Republican. Forget it. Ain't going nowhere. Okay. Ain't going nowhere. Okay, so anyway, so we were out there on a case. This is what my biggest peeve is, when someone's out of their league. Okay. About the third weekend, we're out of case, and the electronic guys are with us, and they're out there. They're trying to. This gets kind of almost comical. We set up on a suspect at 6 in the morning, and we're following him all day long. You know, a person of interest, and they're going to They want to put one of those tracking devices on his car. So you imagine 10 of us are following this guy all day, and behind us is a half a dozen of those tech guys following us because they want their first shot at getting into that car. Okay, so he goes into like a strip mall to have lunch. He parks his car. Well, he parks his car right in front of the restaurant, so they can't do it there. Okay, so we're like, they drive by. You know, they're all in plain cars. They drive by and they go, "What do you think?" I go, "Well, look, youth. What do you think?" They go by and go, "We can't do it." Okay, so man, this went on all day. Trying to, you know, everywhere he went, they tried. He went to the barber. He parked right in front, trying to find. Oh my gosh. Okay, so he finally went to like a Ralph's Market, and he couldn't get close because it was busy. So he parked a little bit of ways away. It was so funny. Okay, I'm flashing these back. I'm going off. Well, I'm really going off track here. I'm telling you about these guys because it's a case where the lieutenant's going to come in a minute and just ruin everything. Okay, so they're about 3 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon. We've been on these guys since 6. All of us have been out there. 10 of us and 6 of them. 16 people we're doing our job by following him and noting. And these guys haven't done their job because they're supposed to put a tracker on it so they can go on the internet and follow him. Okay, see where he went when we can't be there 24 hours a day. So that's why I do that on the off hours. Okay, so anyway. So now he's at a Ralph's. And now it goes in. So I said, okay, let me send 2 of my guys in with him and see what he does, see when he's going to come out. And they'll let us know when he's coming out. And you guys can put the tracking device on in the parking lot. Okay, now apparently it's not like, it's pretty simple. What you do is they just basically walk down the passenger side of the car, you know, from the front to rear. And when they get to the rear tire, they drop to the ground and roll over halfway under the back area, and they stick it up in the gas tank. Not that it can be seen, but they stick it up like on the side of the gas tank. You know, gas tanks are about this wide, you know, they're oblong shape. That's what they do. It takes them, I don't know, 5 seconds to do it, okay? So they're watching the door. I'm trying to tell them the guy's inside, and he says, okay, they're going down. I'm looking around. I can see the guy walking near the car. I'm looking, okay, come on, let's do it. Somebody thought they saw the guy. Okay. He's got a radio with an earpiece. He's coming out. Well, the guy just, like, you know, like a robot, he just turns and runs, almost runs the opposite direction, the officer, trying to get out there because he don't want to get caught. He's almost there. He's right. So he leaves. Okay, so that's not him. Oh, boy. You got the other guys are calling us. I have professionals. It's what we do. These are tech people. I go, that's not him. Let us call it. Oh, okay. They're getting all excited because they're waiting 8 hours to put this damn tracking device on. Well, now all this jacking around, and sure enough, here he comes. They couldn't do it. Oh, yeah, okay, fine. So, about 5:30 now, we're into overtime. The lieutenant calls me. Hey, you guys are into overtime? What's going on? So I said, well, this is what we got. And he goes, well, what do you think? Well, I know this guy already. What do you think means doesn't really mean anything because he's going to say, make up his own mind. I go, well, I think we should stay here because those guys need to put it on. He goes, oh, we're burning overtime. Oh my gosh. You know, I said, okay, whatever you want to do. So he calls the other guy. Apparently he told the same thing. Okay. What do you think you can put it on? Well, when he sits down, we're still driving around. When he gets home, we can put it on. Okay. Well, what do you think that? Because he parks in the driveway and this bumper's sticking out over the sidewalk. So we can actually walk by and wait till it gets dark and put it in there. Oh my gosh. You got to wait till it gets dark? What he's thinking is the meter's running. And a kid from, Home Alone. Ah! Okay. Oh, I'd like to be a fly in that car. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. So I go, I'll have to call the captain. Okay, really? Okay, go ahead. I don't know. Okay, fine. This drama's going on for like 2 hours. Should we go? Should we not go? Should we go? Should we not go? The other top step calls me. I said, man, I told him he used to stay, but I don't know. He goes, he's a nut. I said, I told you he's a nut. Okay, we're doing that. Okay. Calls back. Well, okay, but if it's only like another hour. So I said, you know what? I have to unzip my flag here. So I called him back. I said, hey, Lieutenant, 10 of us have been on this guy since 6. It's already 6:30. You gave us another hour. If we leave, there's no guarantee he's going to be here in the morning. I'll tell you right now. Well, doesn't he live there? We don't know where he lives because we only want him one day. I'm telling you this because it's supervisory things going on here. Well, I don't know. It should burn a lot. Okay, fine. So it's very frustrating to work with somebody like this. Okay, so we waited. Just about towards the hour, the guy pulled in, and he's in his car, and he goes in the house. Well, if you come back from being out all day at 7 in the evening, you're not going to go home and go to bed, turn the lights out, right? So he calls. What's going on? What's going on? I said, well, he's home, but the lights are still in the house. The lights are blazing. There's people coming out. There's neighbors walking around. Well, how late do you think we should stay? Midnight? Oh, we can't do that. Oh, no, can't do that. Oh my God. I thought I had to hold the phone out. It's like, it's like telling your kids you're going to go to Disneyland, and then at the last minute say we can't go. Except the crying part. I said, hey, you do what you have to do. He goes, oh, I'm calling this. We're calling everybody off. I said, I'm like, okay, fine. Okay. I'm game. So he calls it off. We all do it tomorrow. Now, this is why you give me my responsibility and why I do things. We met at the end of the night, and the other tech guys were with us, and he goes, man, I can't do it tomorrow. We're going to a thing and this and that, the tech guys. I said, well, maybe in the afternoon you can call me and let me know where you guys are at. Maybe we can do it then. I said, okay, fine. Okay, so we all split. Next morning, got there at 6. I had everybody meet behind a market, and one of my guys, I had him drive by the house, and the car's sitting there. Okay, good. So I was going to teach my boss a lesson. Okay. So one of my loyal guys pulls up, and he goes, I was pretty open. I told my guys what I was doing so they would know, and any one of those guys could have dined me off to the boss, but they didn't. Anyway, because we're loyal to each other. I said, okay, guys, the car's not there, right? They just heard him tell me the car was there. I go, the car's not there, is it? The car's gone, right? Go, yeah, okay. Everybody go have breakfast. Denny's. Come back in a couple hours. Find this big shade tree. Go over there, and we're just going to run the shade tree. And I'm going to tell the lieutenant the car's not here. He says he needs to learn a lesson. And they all just smiled, and they all took off. And I went with him. I followed trail behind him. So he calls, he calls me about 6:40. What's going on? The car's not there. Silence. Teach you a lesson, a-hole. Okay. Car's not there. What are you going to do? Well, we're going to randomly check the house, and if the car's not there, we'll put in our 8 hours and go home. Oh, okay. Well, what do I tell the captain? I don't know. Not my job. I really felt like saying, tell the captain. Oh, I'm out of time. Shoot. Okay. Tell the captain. Why don't you do this? Tell the captain that, hey, I made a call last night. That was wrong. And they dropped the guy. And I told him to come back next morning. The car was gone. Now we have nothing. You just tell him that. Oh, I could do that. Oh, boy, I wanted to do that really bad. I wanted to tell him. But you have to choose your battles, okay? A lot of little battles going on here. You don't want to lose the war. The war's going to be lost in the next couple segments here, okay? Anyway, I'm running out of time. This is the last run here, so I'm sorry I'm taking a few of these, but you need to hear all this. It's pretty good. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.